Hello guys, welcome to another episode of BBNaija update on Gusto TV Africa. So I bring you good tidings, but before I go into the good news of today, might not be good news for you, but it's good news for me already. So your thoughts that wild cards are already at it, against themselves and all of that, they are in a fight and all of that. I bring you good news that they are in the verge of settlement already. Yes, I'm really excited. But before I go into all of that gist, I wanted to bring to your knowledge what really happened, yesterday after the jacuzzi. So first of all, I'm going to start with BOMA. So yesterday, BOMA, after the jacuzzi party and all of that, he was telling J. Paul that, J. Paul was actually telling him that, I think you should catch your cruise and all of that, in the midst of their conversation and all that. You know how BOMA has been throughout last week, I've been noticing that he has been going from one lady to another. First it was Angel, and Angel said that he's a bad kisser, so she's going to push him aside, and then Queen, and then he had to warn Queen to leave him alone. And then we've been noticing some crayfish waka between him and TEGA, and then he was now telling J. Paul openly that, he no go mind run TEGA. And I'm like, what? Don't do it. Don't do it, BOMA, because this is really risky. I mean, this is against ethics. I know, yes, they are adults and it's a rated 18 program, but then TEGA is a married woman. That one will be new story, because he's going to hit internet big. And then we are going to now see that Big Brother house is full of games, because it's really funny how you even be targeting a married woman, judging from the fact that there are other single ladies in the house. I mean, you can choose whoever you want, nobody's casting you for it, but this is a married woman. Come on, BOMA. But then BOMA is not the only person that needs to be lashed here. TEGA needs to take her time. Like, most of this house we actually see her as a very nice person and a very responsible person, and then she has the first 2 weeks non-stop talk about her husband and how he's a fine man. The first day she was introducing herself, she said her husband is a fine man, and that she met him when they were young and all of that, and that he's very understanding and all of that. I don't think any husband will be very understanding when it comes to you and BOMA doing something under the sheet. So, but then let's just keep our fingers crossed, like I always say. Now I'm going to talk about Queen. Now it's no news that Queen is actually she's the wild card. No, not wild card in Big Brother's, kind of game, but a wild card in the sense that this girl is like something else. Do you guys know that this girl actually fingered herself in the jacuzzi yesterday, in the midst of everybody? And although the camera did not show us, but the expression on other housemates' faces, and they're like, you did this, and all of that. And then after the party, she was so proud of it, and she was like, yeah, since there's no man in the house that is going to satisfy her, she can satisfy herself. And I'm like, this is really gross, just judging from the fact that you are doing it on national TV and in front of all the housemates. Like, she didn't even care and all of that. And let's not forget how she has been with Pere these past few days, under the bed, on the floor, on the chair. She'll be cuddling and all of that. Could this be Pere's influence? I do not know, but then let's not judge. Now, speaking of Pere and Maria seem to have a feud yesterday. So what happened was, yesterday, throughout the jacuzzi party, they didn't even come close to each other. They didn't dance together. And I'm like, is it because eviction show is coming really close and they are trying to take away that toxic part of them, and they are trying to be separate until they know their fate on Sunday? But then I thought again, could it be that they have decided that we are too toxic for each other? I think we should be on our separate ways and all of that. And then today during their task, their big task, they were asked to have a fashion show, and then they are going to create a story as regards to what they are wearing. And then after Maria's presentation today, Maria went to meet Pere. She was actually sitting beside him before then, and then she went back to her seat, and then Pere complimented her and said, oh babe, you did well and all of that, which is not actually a bad thing. I mean, and then she was like, thank you. According to Pere, it was the one narrating to White Money, and she was like, thank you. And then she now talked back and be like, I would prefer you don't talk to me anymore in this house. And I'm like, hold up, that is so impossible, because you know, in Big Brother's house, how they used to pair people, especially when they see that, you know, they are in a conflict. I remember when you know, Perry and White Money were having issues, and at that period, if you guys notice, White Money and Perry were always, you know, together in a group, you know, in the same group for task. So, you know, she told him that I would prefer you don't talk to me and all of that. And then Perry was like, okay. And then she started crying. And when she started crying, guys, seriously, I thought that, okay, Maria started again, because we all know how she's really good with her, you know, her crying strategy, if you ask me, because this tear seems to be rolling up like non-stop. Like, she's really good at it. And I felt like, okay, probably this is one of those things again. And then, you know, she went into the room, the chorus had to go and beg her, you know, and all of that. And even Angel that she was literally, you know, saying bad stuff about her, even called her a prostitute and all of that. You know, Angel actually came to her, you know, and console her and be like, Maria, it's okay and all of that. So she came back, and you know, White Money was also apologizing that he's sorry that he didn't, you know, run after her, that I thought it was one of those moments again that she was having, you know. And Perry began to, you know, disclose how, you know, they were in the room and that he really does not like her anymore. I don't want to use the word despise, but then, you know, he has been saying that, hey, that Maria is this person that is very manipulative, and like she's always denying stuff, especially during the, you know, they had a strike last week Sunday, you know, on Monday rather, on the, you know, microphone switch off thing and all of that. And then he was saying that how Maria was completely, you know, saying that I don't remember, I don't recall and all of that. And then Perry, you know, was saying that she totally recalls, and that she's this kind of person that is not, she's totally not it. Like, she always tries to, you know, sugarcoat things. She's pretentious. Let me just say it that way. Perry literally told this housemate that she's pretentious and all of that. And that Maria even literally told her that, you know, Maria told him rather that he's very manipulative. You know, these people are actually manipulating each other. And I'm like, wild cards, you are doing it for yourselves now, Abby. It's like, it has turned to a regular routine for both of you. And then, you know, Why Money, you know, was in this conversation, you know, was trying to, you know, understand why she was crying, because Maria wouldn't say why she was crying. And then, voila, this evening, you guys, they actually called each other to, you know, patch things up. And guess what? Like, it's like this Perry guy is beginning to annoy me, because he said earlier today that Maria is very pretentious, and she's this and that, and she's denying him, and and that he's not going to talk to her, and all of that. But then today he was like, oh, I'm really sorry, you know, I care about you. And guys can lie, oh. You know, he was all sweet and all that, you know, I really care about you and all that. And Maria was like, no, don't do that to me, you're very cunning, this is exactly what you're doing. I'm like, hey, with these two people, we can never know. Like, today they are good, tomorrow they are not good. I feel like Maria is in her feelings, because, you know, tomorrow is the eviction show, guys. And guess what? We will be, you know, dishing out to you hot as they go, yes, on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And you know, they are preparing for their party. I can already see Sasuke, you know, doing her makeup and all of that. You know, Sasuke is never late for a party, and you know, and they are, you know, getting ready and all of that. You know, and I'm really looking forward for tomorrow. Yes, I'm looking forward for tonight too, because there will be a whole lot. I can't wait to see Queen go wild again, you know, and Angel do her dance, and you know, and Lico Rose do her dance as well. But then let's see who is saved on Sunday. So until I come your way next time, I remain Akinde Ellen. Please click on the subscribe button if you're new to this channel, and always remember to turn on your notification bell. See you guys next time. Bye.